Today I'm honored to have the pleasure to interview one of my favorite role models in the 21st century. She was born in New Orleans. She has written music for superstars like Mary J. Blige, Christina Milian, and many more. For many years she has written and produced her own music, which is described as heartfelt because she expresses reality from her own perspective. She has been one of my biggest inspirations since I was 14 years old when her debut album Complex Simplicity was released in 2004. Without no further ado, I press it to you in my eyes, one of the sexiest and sweetest women, Teedra Moses.
Hey!
You have been here God knows how many times. Aren't you tired of seeing my face appear at your shows?
No.
Ha ha ha!
Never, 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 never.
Let's start off by talking about your childhood and musical experiences. I know your mother, rest in peace, was a successful church singer and also fond of jazz and blues. How did this inspire you?
Well, growing up in New Orleans, my mother was a gospel singer on the Chitlin circuit of gospel in New Orleans, or around the South, and I never remember hearing her sing because she stripped her vocal cords when I was younger, but we kept music around us 24 hours a day, and gospel, R&B, you know, we listened to people like Anita Baker, different beautiful sound, Shirley Caesar, listen to Shirley Caesar a lot, so it was soul all around me, you know, but my mother's influence came more so because I think that because she stripped her vocal cords, she kind of vicariously wanted to live through me. She didn't push my other sisters to sing, but she would always push me to sing, so I don't know, I think she kind of just passed the gift off to me. When she lost it, she kind of passed it off to me.
Staying on the topic of musical influences, we know that Prince was one of your biggest idols. What do you find so motivating about him?
I think that Prince is amazing because Prince can do it all. He can do any kind of genre of music. Prince can make gospel music, he can make R&B music, he can make electro music, he can make dance music, he can make all music except for hip-hop. He's not so good at hip-hop, but he's just really good. And not only that, he's self-dictated. Prince makes music from Prince. It's not someone telling Prince what to do, so that's what I like.
As well as your own career, you wrote songs for Mary J. Blige, Christina Milian, and others. What was this experience like?
It was great. It was, to write a song for Mary J. Blige was a dream come true because Mary is the person that women like me growing up in that era made us believe we could do it too. Because I wasn't as pristine as Whitney Houston, and I didn't have the vocal power of Whitney Houston, but Mary was from a place like me, and she rocked the same way I rock, and she had the same vibe as me, so she made me feel like I could do it too. And so writing a song for Mary was a dream come true. Shout out to Raphael Sadiq. And Christina Milian was great because it was a big record. It was the biggest record I've written to date, so it was a lot of money.
Let's talk about performing live, which I know is something you adore doing. I have fond memories of listening to your performance on One Extra at Maidavale Studios in 2005.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, this was one of your first performances in London. Could you tell us about this experience?
That was awesome, and my background singer Jay Black, and you know Jay Black, we speak about that. We just spoke about that like yesterday. That was an awesome experience, and it was raw and stripped down. I have been doing shows with a band and having to project loud in the band, and the show that you're speaking of was kind of like really controlled because we did it in a studio, so I was able to hear myself really well because I had on my headphones, and it was just a really great experience. And it was an intimate crowd of people, but they were all in, you know, and I gave all my energy and they gave all of theirs, and that became a recording that I ended up using on a mixtape eventually.
I've seen you perform live in London quite a few times since then, and your performances are always dazzling without disappointment. What is the importance of singing to a live audience?
It's extremely important because you have to touch people. You can make good records all day. You can make records that heal people inside. But when you go out to a city and you see the people in the audience, the person gets to see your personality. They get to see your interpretation of the song rather than just listening to the song. I think it's how you gain true fans. People can become fans of the music, but that's how people become fans of you, when they see you on stage and you really give them your personality. So that's very important.
Here's where our interview gets more fascinating. Of course, it's time now to talk about your smash-to-the-ground album, Complex Simplicity. We know that it is influenced by your own direct experiences. What would be your main message to women going through similar struggles?
Life happens. Life happens, you just gotta keep pushing through it. You have to like have fun through it. You know what I mean? You can't give up. Life happens. So we plan on life being one way and then it changes. You have to be flexible and durable. You have to be flexible and durable. Hey, come in. Please come really quick. I want you to meet Syleena. Have you ever met Syleena before? Please meet. This is Javed. He comes to every single show. Yes, he's absolutely awesome. Turn around and say hi to the camera. Just give him your intro.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She was gracious enough to let me on stage tonight. I'm so sorry I didn't know the words, but I had so much. But that was a special guest, Syleena Johnston. Woohoo!
Without doubt, Be Your Girl is my favorite track of the 21st century. It is described to portray emotional vulnerability of a girl. Could you elaborate on this?
I'm very shy, and that's what people don't realize. I'm very, very shy. If I really like a guy, I can't say 2 words to him. And Be Your Girl was written from that perspective because I really like this guy and I didn't know how to tell him, so I wrote a song about it. And I explained to him exactly how I felt and why I felt the way I felt and the things I did in my imagination. So Be Your Girl is a very important song because it's vulnerable in a way that I don't think I ever really allow myself to be vulnerable these days.
Many of your dedicated fans will know that there is a shot of the Statue of Liberty in the video. Can you explain to us if this had any significance?
It probably did for Hype Williams. But for me, I didn't really think about the Statue of Liberty being there, but now that you pointed it out, you know, I think that's cool because my whole thing is about liberation, so I'm glad. I'm gonna go back and look at that because I never even
You rocked out to the bars of Jadakiss on that song. How did you hook up with him?
That actually happened through the label. Shout out to Brian Leach, my A&R at the time. He heard the record and he decided that Jadakiss should be on the record. I was a fan of Jadakiss, but I wasn't even sure about who should be on the record or not. But my A&R at the time, he hooked it up. And I was happy with the outcome.
Complex Simplicity has 14 amazing tracks. As the type of music you make has not been really distributed well in the music industry over several years, how hard was it to promote the album, and what encouraged your determination?
I didn't know what I was doing, so it wasn't that hard for me. My determination became from me just loving music, and I'm very determined and headstrong not to change what I'm doing. And I think over time now, that kind of music is starting to pick up.
We're coming closer to the end of our interview, but I would like to say the self-titled track Complex Simplicity had a big impact on my life, and I'm sure it has also touched many others. What words of motivation do you have for people that are trying to succeed in life?
Remember, you're not alone. God is with you. Just remember, God is with you. You're not alone. And for everybody going through something, somebody else is going through something else. I think the problem comes is when we think we're the only ones. We're not the only ones. Everyone is struggling. And though the struggle may be different for each person, remember you're not alone and keep pushing. And just keep moving, you'll get to your destination.
What can I say, my people? This has been one of my dreams accomplished. Teedra has proved that you don't need to be super famous to become successful. She has made meaningful, authentic R&B music that people can enjoy and relate to. Please people, go and check out the 21st Century Smash Hit album, Complex Simplicity, because Teedra's tunes would inspire you. Thanks so much, girl, for doing this interview. Hope British fans will see you again and again.
Yes.
Oh, just forgot one more question, which is really, really important. Can you marry me?
Honey, listen, I ain't marrying nothing and nobody no time soon, Javin. I can give you a lot of things, but I can't give you marriage and commitment. I'm a free bird. I like to fly. But I love you.
Gangsta.
Gangsta. I love you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Life is just complex simplicity.
Look it out.
Make sure you stay tuned because we have all